I had done so many things in life, and it played out. Looked like the ferry boat business went out of business when they built a bridge across the river. So things just went bad for me all the way along, but I always grabbed up something that I thought was useful and good. And I wanted to be sure that this chicken looked like it was my last chance, because I was getting pretty well up in years. And if this chicken would make good, I'd see that God got his part of it.
Our company's built on people. The success we've had is because of our people. And I believe that. You believed it from the beginning. All of our associates believe it. We've made partners out of our folks rather than employees. And they know that we've been sincere in trying to share the profits with them. And they in turn have worked harder than our competitors. We've kept our prices lower than our competitors' prices.
But I think most of us are more like myself, and that we don't know what our calling is, so let's just start with whatever. Whatever your hands finds to do it with all your best. Now, if you do it half-heartedly, you may never find out what God's true calling is, because you're in disobedience. God expects us to do the very best we can, not unto Hobby Lobby, but unto Him. We're working unto Him, and we're to do the very best. And as Christians, we ought to be good at what we do. We ought to be good examples of a work ethic. And that's what we ask of our people, is to do the best they can. There should be no such thing as secular work in a Christian's life. Our work is not secular as Christians. We may work for a secular company, but our company's not secular. Secular means without God. We do everything we can in prayer and giving our company and everything to do everything we can not to be, and we are not a secular company.
We now have 520 stores. Our sales are $3 billion. We have no long-term debt, 22,000 employees. So we really feel God's blessings has been upon our company.
The Bible tells a lot about how to operate our business if we just read it and apply it. And so closing on Sunday is a decision that I made back in 1946 when I opened my first restaurant. This is a 24-hour operation, 6 days a week. And my brother and I made the decision at that time that we'd just close on Sunday. I guess it's because after you work 24 hours a day for 6 days on a stretch, you need a break.
The Bible says that don't muzzle the ox that treads the corn. See yourself as that ox. You'll be allowed to eat as much as you want. God is not saying you can't have the Porsche and the Mercedes and the big house. But don't lose sight of the mission. It's about stewardship. I have many people who come to me and say they want to be in partnership with us. But you know what? I can't be in partnership with them if it will result in them affecting a decision which I might make for the kingdom.
You know what the question is that a lot of people ask me all the time? How did you make it? How did you make it? Well, I tell you, there's only one answer for that. And I say this in press all the time, but people, you will cut it out of articles, or they don't want it printed, or they don't want to say it. But the truth be told, it was nothing but the grace of God. Nothing but the grace of God. You can plant seeds all day long. You can go around giving your business card to people. You can go around knocking on doors and auditioning. You can do all of that every day of your life. And nothing, for most people, nothing happens. When a seed is planted in the ground, all you can do is water it. You cannot control the sunshine, you cannot control the weather, and you cannot control whether the locusts will come and try and destroy it. All you can do is plant your seed in the ground, water it, and believe. That is what allowed me to be in this position right now.
There's nothing wrong with wanting to be a millionaire. There's nothing wrong with dreaming big. There's nothing wrong with wanting to live up to the next level, get to the next level. There's nothing wrong in that. There's nothing wrong in being ambitious. But it's about how we get there. How many of us are really talking to God before we jump into something new or jump into a career? It is God that supplies the slow and steady money that takes us to the next level and the next level and the next level and takes us to where He wants us to be. Too many young people are quite happy to sit back and do nothing but wait for a miracle to get rich quickly. And so I ask you today, whose voice are you listening to?
On a personal note, I regularly turn to the most successful small business of them all, my faith. Jesus started with a small group of just 12 apostles, but by telling the right story and connecting people in a new way, His vision created a movement that has spanned centuries and continents and continue to benefit the world by bringing happiness and stability into people's lives.